Hi there, ho there. Welcome to another exciting episode of Road Trip. I'm Rondon. Glad to have you aboard once again for another at-home, our series of at-home episodes. And we all know we're getting closer and closer to rebuild this beautiful city and across the United States of America. I know a lot of prayers to everybody else in America. We're still trying to get back to normal here across the United States. But we promise you we're going to entertain you for another half hour for another day, because today is another game show studio way back. Before we do anything about this, say hello to our very own Art Kurtz.
Yes, and it takes me back to, the way back. I can even go further back when I was a camper.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize this, but I went to camp.
Yeah.
With a camper named Isaac Mizrahi.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that that's the same Isaac Mizrahi that's now a designer.
Mm-hmm.
So last Black Friday, they had a rebate, and I got an Isaac Mizrahi limited edition.
A Cookie Monster.
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Aha!
And it's Cookie Monster. I thought it was Elmo in blue.
Well, when I found out I was Cookie...
I love the Cookie Monster.
Did you never watch Sesame Street?
I remember the kid, yes.
I know.
That's her
You know
cookie.
why I didn't watch it, Mike?
Yeah, because it wasn't a game show.
The game show. I got to play game. But I want to say, first of all, as a kid, he always had the leads in every play. We had to feed him grapes. He was like the king, and he was he was Caesar. But he was really a really nice kid. Really, he was very religious from the Syrian Jewish community. And we asked him, he knew all the Friday night shows, like Love of American Style, The Brady Bunch, The Partridge Family.
Yes.
I said, how did you watch that? Because we went to an overnight program. The camp had 1 week, Manhattan Beach Day Camp, 1 week in the Poconos at Camp Ashray.
Wow.
And I remember around the campfire.
I know what you discovered at Camp Ashray, by the way.
What is that?
Yes. Do you know what I discovered at Camp Ashray?
What's that?
Yahoo!
Oh, I heard it. It's just like a...
Yahoo! Mountain Dew!
I know that commercial so many times because I grew up listening to that. Matter of fact, the one time I heard this from the radio, they always play the crazy Mountain Dew commercial on the radio.
My mother reminded me when we got there the first day, they served us rich red 9 lives tuna.
Oh, yeah. This is more better than it's a Starkist. I should say that.
But he was really, and we said, how do you watch the Friday night shows? You're religious. He goes, the maid turns on the TV.
Oh, look at that.
So I didn't realize
Fancy.
last summer we were having a camp reunion, and he didn't come, and they invited him. And a friend of mine said, Isaac Mizrahi might be there. I said, the designer? And then I realized there was a kid in camp, and it's the same person. I went to camp with the designer, Isaac Mizrahi, so I took the opportunity to buy. Oh, look, he has different things. I didn't even realize this.
Oh, my God. How do they talk like these?
PTs by Isaac Mizrahi. And I got to say, he was really he didn't let it get to his head that he was the lead in all the plays.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't meet him now, but as a kid, he was really a nice kid.
Well, that's like a real expensive and still cool anyway. Well, anyway, that's
That's
terrific.
the camp story.
Exactly right. Well, today, in addition, I forgot to say hello to quickly Holly. I know you have the same story like this at the time you were in camp a long time ago.
Like the same story about camp?
Yeah.
I don't remember being in camp with anybody famous. I didn't go to Camp Ashray. I went to a day camp.
A day camp. I always loved day camps all the time.
I did go to a sleepaway camp when I was, I think about 13, 14.
Wow.
It's focused on dance and the arts.
Oh, yeah, in the country.
Yeah.
And we visited her and went to a Pizza Hut that was a sit-down pizza.
Yeah, those were the days of sit-down Pizza Hut.
how way back that Pizza Hut was. I'll tell you that is. I went to a day camp back then, and back in 1974. I went there 2-3 years, and there's a camp that was in Fishkill, New York, near the Hudson Valley, and the place I've been there called Camp Hidden Valley. That's right. It's right in Fishkill, New York. I've been there 3 weeks twice, and I've been there one in 1974 and one in 1975. And I really think about it's like the same camp. It's like for example, it's a camp. You got a cabins right there. I was 1 year was on 4A, and then another one at 5A, and I say this is like bringing back a lot of memories. And then there's a pool. Like there's 3 different kinds of pools I remember. There's a 3-foot pool, another middle is about 5 foot, and even the deepest one. It is so deep I don't want to take no chances. It was 16 feet diameter pool, right? It's real deep anyway. But I'm better with a 5 foot. It's not as bad. But missing a lot of camps there for plenty of times ago. I've been to sleepaway camps twice. I've been to day camps twice. I've one right near around my building. There's one I used to born and raised in New York. And this is the true fact right there. There is a community center, and they have a day camp, and it was way back then. And it's like taking things back to a long time ago. In I think what there's 1972, and then another day camp that was in the near Bronx Community College. It's just the same things. They're like bringing back memories a long time ago. So I really remember it.
Did you go to camp with someone who later became famous?
Actually, no. Unfortunately, I don't
I don't think I did either. Now that I think of it.
That's a lot. Anyway, Holly, what about you?
Well, I didn't know until very recently that it was the same person.
I'm gonna tell you this: sharing camp and going back way back then. It's just like bring back everything. And this is a long time I haven't been there, but I really missed a lot of camp.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
Does he talk? Does he talk?
No.
Oh.
C is for cookie.
I was going to.
I thought it was the Blue Elmo until because he had the red ones at Macy's, and there was a yellow character, and I thought I would get the blue. I like the teal color, so.
Such an art reason to buy something.
They are too, also.
And it was a rebate.
All right, I was going to ask Holly, did you met anything famous in camp back then?
Did I know anybody famous there?
Yes.
Not really.
Not really either.
I mean, the teacher, the director, they were kind of semi-famous in the ballet world, but they weren't worldwide popular culture. I mean, if you were in dance, you would know them, but if you weren't, you didn't know them. So I didn't go. Nobody there was super famous.
Wow, that was a long time ago. Well, it's just always think about going back to school, and it's like having one good thing about it. It's really the true fact, anyway. But camp is because let me tell you. Yes, I know. But like I said before, going to camp is way back, and I said I really miss this one because think about if you're a kid. Like sometimes I'm going to ask everybody one question. If you think about going back as a kid all over again, do you think you want to go back to camp as a young kid if you start all over again?
Oh, I would love to go to camp again. It was, yeah, I mean, what did you have to worry about?
If it wasn't for camp, I wouldn't be on this Zoom right now.
That's right.
It's really, well.
My mom was commenting, Ron, that she's impressed you know Joey Reynolds.
Yes, I know Joey Reynolds that well. The day.
Yes. Your mom is very impressed.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't have anything to do with camp, but she was just saying how impressed that she is.
If you saw the meatball eating contest episode, at the end, Joey jumps right into the camera, told me hi, he want to play a little comedy on that. He likes my jacket. He's impressed by my Budweiser jacket, by the way. It was great. Oh, speaking of Budweiser jacket, by the way. Speaking of that, just to clarify everything, and since we taping the show just not too long ago, I want to tell you, this is the jacket I'm wearing. I'm going to show it to you right now. As you notice, as you don't know,
It's
this
like show and tell on road trip.
this is the Budweiser jacket. The reason why I wore this jacket, let me tell you something. The jacket that I'm wearing is the number 8 Dale Earnhardt Jr. jacket.
Oh, look who it is.
Yeah. Tiffany is there with you, I believe, isn't it? There it is. Hi, Tiffany. She is. She's a lot more quiet than the last time she was here, anyway. It certainly is. All right. So, as I said, the jacket that I'm wearing is definitely special because this is the Dale Earnhardt Jr. jacket, and what you haven't noticed about this past week since we're taping the show, not too long ago, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame as of Wednesday, and he joins his late dad, Dale Earnhardt Sr., the number 3 car, and they're joining as father and son, just like the France family and the Allison family and all these guys. And today we Road Trip salutes our favorite man, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Congratulations on putting him into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He looks good, isn't he? What's that? We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we got a lot more road trip, and we got one other thing to talk about because I'm real great. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.
Watch.
Sunday is Fun Day on Brooklyn Free Speech 3. Come on down and join the fun as the Game Show Block Party moves to Sundays. The Game Show Block Party, Sundays on Brooklyn Free Speech, Channel 3.
I used to never really talk. Ever. I was scared and shy. It was hard to look at people's faces. I was afraid if I said something wrong, everyone would laugh at me. But then I started to play golf with Special Olympics. I made friends and won lots of gold medals. But I learned more than just playing golf. Special Olympics helped me to find my voice. And now everyone else is speechless.
Because of camp, I learned to make lasting friendships with people I still keep in touch with today.
Because of camp, I learned about self-esteem.
Because of camp, I play guitar.
Because of camp, I am sending my kids to camp this summer.
I learned that I was the best Tarzan yeller in the camp.
Because of camp, I got a personality. Now I'm...
Because of camp, I turned out just fine.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Well, here we go. We're getting set to get underway.
Let's stretch in the grass.
Great play.
Let's play tag.
What a play.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
If you're a parent, this is a message for you about TV commercials. Now, your children see lots of them, and with your guidance, they can learn a lot from them. Commercials can help you do your job when it comes to teaching your children a sense of values, what is and isn't important and why. Commercials can help you teach them the value of $1, how to decide what's worth the money, and what saving is all about. Why not use TV commercials to help your children?
All right, folks, welcome back to Road Trip. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel crazy about this, but, you know, while we're talking during the break and throughout the whole show today, Art was talking about DNA, and you were talking about that before we started filming, so what's happening?
what I was saying was Mr. Mizrahi is part of the Brooklyn Sephardic community, and when we did the DNA, Holly and I, not my mom, he doesn't, but Holly and I found that we're 10% Sephardic.
From North Africa.
Wow, that's a long shot. That's a long way
like
there.
Moroccan, you know, so Isaac Mizrahi is a blood brother, kind of. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. You know, it's pretty crazy. You know what's been crazy? Because when you had the DNA test, you know, when it's crazy when you had a DNA test way back then, and I just remember the people like said, for example, Ancestry. You know that commercial Ancestry. Then you look at DNA test, and then you go right to your family tree. That the people that you born, and then you're part of your family tree. If you go down from one part of the family to the branch, and then you get all the way back to the first family that you're born before, like for example, I'm Rondon, and Riney is the last name because my family were Rineys before it became Rondon. That's why I got to me, and then all that stuff. Does they give you a DNA test if they look like the family roots all the time?
Well, right. Well, the name Kurtz is German. It's a German Jewish name. It actually means short, and we aren't that tall, so I guess it's appropriate. But what's also very interesting when you do your DNA test, you get matches of people that share DNA with you. Now, naturally, my mom, Holly, Jonathan, and cousins that have done the test, we know they're related. But we actually found a distant cousin that we met up with, and he matched me. He probably matches you, Polly. I don't know if you checked. And he matches Jonathan and my uncle Barry. So it's very interesting. This is somebody we never knew before. He lives in Canada. We came to visit him.
Wow. What part of Canada? Like in Ontario?
No. Well, yeah, Ontario. I think Toronto.
That's in Ontario. Toronto is in Ontario.
Yeah. No, he used to live in Massachusetts, and he retired and moved to Canada.
Wow.
So he came into Brooklyn because his children live here, his daughters. So we met up with him last summer, and it was fun.
It's great.
We think we're third cousins, or he could be third cousins with my uncle, and so because you get the percentages of the relationship when you do DNA. And there's many DNA tests. We chose MyHeritage.
That was a real trip. All right, so listen, this is a good subject, but we're gonna hold the subject for just one more minute, but we'll be back in just a minute. But we have to say goodbye to Mike and to Holly. We'll hear the last words from Art when we come back. Stick around. More Road Trip back. Somebody back to the break.
Everyone, Alexander Friedman from Alexander Live, your host, and today I'm going to show you a special treat. I want you to all rejoin me on my new time slot, also on a day and channel. Alexander Live will be premiering Saturdays at 3:30 p.m. on Verizon for 42, Optimum 67, RCN 82, and Spectrum 1995. And keep watching more Alexander Lab for the hot live hacks, science experiments, and all the things you can think of.
$32, $33, $34, $35, $36, $37, $38, $39, $40, $41, $42, $44. Crap. Who loses one shoe? No dog today.
Grace, let's do this, baby girl. Say goodbye to the gang.
Elizabeth wants to come too.
Okay, Elizabeth can come, but that's all. Come on.
Sorry, guys.
Pump 7? Sure. That'll be $36. Rewards card?
No. Hey, you know what? Give me one of those lottery tickets, too. The big one.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, so I think I'm going to skip out early and try and catch a few innings of Danny's game.
Oh, I'm sure you'd love that. Hey, what do you want to eat tonight?
Would you eat at Mazzoni's?
Ugh, don't make me.
All right, that's okay. I'm good with whatever.
Mommy, Elizabeth wants some ice cream.
Well, she's a good girl. Maybe we can get some on the way home.
Oh, Erin called. She left a message with the other broker.
Okay, so now what?
Now we wait.
Oh, well, don't worry, because we are about to become filthy rich anyway.
Finally.
Yeah, lottery's over $200 million. I got a ticket, so I think we're good.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Well, that's what you have me for.
¿Quieres ver tu programa ahora?
No, comienza hasta las 2.
Ok, si me necesitas, entonces voy a estar afuera.
Stupid.
Hey, do you want me to pick anything up?
You know what? I'll leave Mazzoni's. I don't care.
Hey, all right.
Love you.
Love you.
Mommy, I forgot my crystal bracelet.
That's okay, sweetheart. It'll still be there when we get back. Everyone loves the picture I posted of you.
AT&T reminds you, it can wait.
Hey, want a new way of learning math? Check out Easy Access Math on YouTube. It's math made easy.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Road Trip. Ron, with Art, and B, all here. Now, minutes ago, we were talking about DNA, and Art, you had to continue what we were talking about.
I was mentioning that I use the MyHeritage DNA. There are many DNA tests out there. You know, Black Friday's coming up. They all go on sale. I know. I got mine as a gift from my cousin. He wanted to give everybody DNA. He gave my mom. He gave my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all found out. Hey, we know we're all related now. One crazy family.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have some great sales on Black Friday.
Yeah.
You can take advantage of them. MyHeritage is the one we looked at. There's 23andMe.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestry.com does their own. They have something there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of choices. We did ours to look at our genetic history and find relatives and matches and build our family tree. You can also get some that look at your health, which is interesting also.
I agree with it because let me tell you something. Because let me tell you one thing about this. When you get a DNA test, like for example, you got it for 100. Today mostly like for friends of Ancestry, they got it for about 69. Then there's another one, if I remember, 23andMe, and they cost about just $59 on that one. But you know what they have? They have swabs. Those swabs, so just like you take the COVID-19 test, something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, the swab you have to take, most importantly, it's like a saliva test. You put it in, you send it to them, then they can get a match to it, yes. And that's how they did these days, because there are a lot of people that they have come up with some unbelievable match. I remember when Dr. Phil did one, they had one, his wife, Robin McGraw, was his wife, and they looked back, and there was a lot of pioneers from the 1845 who started their family as McGraws, and I'm really impressed. I never tried this before, but you know, it's the hardest test. But if I can try to go for one myself, if I get 60 and I like to try one, I'm going to try what the family tree really looks like from way back then. So it's going to be very important to check it out. So bottom line is this. It's really, really simple. I like the idea. I know what DNA is all about, but I'm going to go try for it. So,
yeah, you might find new family.
If that's
it's always exciting. Like I said, we met a gentleman who's a third cousin or something, and I'm glad to have him part of our family.
What we learned today, tested DNA, it's just fantastic. I wanted to go for it. You know, I'm going to go for it myself one day, so let's hope for the best. Anyway, so we're out of time for the night. I hope you learned something for two good things about going to camp, and we talk about DNA. It's a little bit of fun here. But next week, well, we're going to go back to the game show studio as we go back for another way back. And next time, the game show, one of my favorites, called Split Decision. And by the way, you're hosting Split Decision back then, so it's going to be a little fun out of this one. And so hope you join us then, 167 hours, 31 minutes, and 15 seconds. And don't forget, he's back tomorrow, along with Phil Manners, and of course, the Alex Freeman for the Game Show Block Party, 1 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. on our sister channel, Room 333. Same time, same channel will be at Sunday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. And of course, don't forget, Alex will be here on this channel 15 and a half hours from now for Alexander's Lab. And don't get the Honeybee, Melissa Gordon, WFTUFM, as on HD2. Check out her show. You can check out on iHeartRadio and also on TuneIn. It's a great show. Listen to her. Have a good week, Art.
You too.
B, have a good week as always. We'll talk to you next time. And for you and everybody else, thanks you for joining us. Don't go away for Sidebar Ninja Bears next. Some other morning show coming up right after me. And we'll see you then. Until then, for everybody, I'm Rondon. Always keep the faith. So long. Bye-bye. Bye, Bonds. See you next week.
This is a Rondon video production in association with Art Kurtz and Phil Manners Television Productions.
This is Don Wilson saying good night.